Hello and welcome back to Vinralandia. Last time we worked once again in Lil Transylvania, trying to fix the terrible highway problem. We added yet another roundabout. Kind of looks like a crop circle now. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I declared at the end of the episode that we had fixed the problem. With any hopes we actually have, but it's a matter of time to see if the traffic flows through nicely and deals with this backlog here. And we found that we've come to yet another issue. Plant Herder's Den has a traffic problem. It's bad. Considering how to fix this, I've really come to a conclusion. Probably the best way to fix it is to eliminate it completely. So what I'm going to do, and yes, this is a harsh move. I'm going to switch all of the high-density commercial down to low-density commercial. And in theory, what this should do, is this already low-density commercial? Let me do this. I'm going to completely eliminate it. Then I'm going to switch it to low-density, just to make sure it switches. There we go, that's definitely a switch. Cool. So what this will do is reduce the amount of industrial traffic that needs to come into here. It'll just cut down on traffic in general so that we don't have to fiddle nearly as much with the roads around here. This high-density commercial does bring in a lot of traffic from the industrial areas. Causes a lot of problems. Considering it, we could probably fix this problem entirely. Give me a moment, people. I've had a stroke of genius, I swear. So what we're going to do is actually take all of the industrial traffic, or at least the majority of it, and move it directly to the commercial area. Watch this. So what I'm going to do is attach another ramp off over this way. You know what would be cool, and you know we haven't utilized nearly enough? We haven't utilized the underground tunnels pretty much at all. I kind of maybe forgot about them after I told you about them. It is a small problem. It's okay. It's all fixed. Watch this. We're going underground. Not that far underground. That far underground. There we go. Watch this. We are now underground. And perfectly fine. You won't even be able to see this ridiculous off-ramp system. Not until it comes up right next to the commercial area. And up we go, and directly in. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant! So we have an underground off-ramp going from the main ramp into the Plant Herder's Den, which comes from the right side of the highway, which is where most of the traffic from the rest of the city has to take to get down to Plant Herder's Den. And then all of the industrial traffic, or anyone who wants to go directly to the commercial area, can come down here, up this ramp, and right into the commercial sector. We can probably, I think it would be possible to actually turn this back into high-density commercial. Maybe I might be overdoing it a bit. I don't know. I'm going to do it anyway. So we're going to switch to high-density commercial once again, even though we just switched away from it. Look, we made some alterations, and now it's time to return to the old ways. Sometimes the old ways were the good ways. Well, technically they weren't because they did cause a ton of traffic. But we're going back to the old ways that were good, because there were good old ways. And of course, it's very important that we honor the old ways, as if we don't, we're doomed to repeat history, as you may have learned in history class itself. And I don't want to repeat terrible traffic problems. I don't think you want to repeat terrible traffic problems. But this I think should work quite nicely. If people with most of the industrial traffic getting off here, going down the ramp, coming up here. It'll be nice. It'll be nice, I swear. It's not nice. You can, I don't know. I don't know what you can do, but it can be something ridiculous. And I completely sanction it. Anyway, our next move will be pretty clever indeed. We're going to do the same thing, but instead of leading into the city, this one is going to lead out of Plant Herder's Den, which isn't actually a city, it's just a district in a city, but that's technicalities, doesn't really matter. It's fine, we can call it whatever we want to, so long as, of course, the people in Plant Herder's Den don't take too much offense to it. So we'll have this one run under the one that leads into the commercial sector. And this will come up right here. Now we can have this merge directly onto the highway itself. It'll have two separate ways that it can go. It can go onto here, or we'll have this pop up here and come. Oh, this is going to be a bit tricky, isn't it? Okay, so we want this one to go to the other side of the highway, so that in theory, all industrial traffic will reach where it needs to go. We won't have any terrible issues. Perhaps we can start it from down here, and this will do the job. Yeah, no, we can have it merge right onto here. I'm kind of concerned about it merging onto this, because it could cause traffic problems as the two separate lanes try to converge on each other. That could be a problem, but I think we'll be fine. Why do I think we'll be fine? Just go with it. I think it'll be perfectly dandy. We'll get through this without even a single issue, and we'll all be happy. End of story. Thank you. Good night. There we go. Did you enjoy that story? I thought it was a nice story. I thought I'd give it at least a 3 out of 5. I mean, if it had, like, lions, maybe some tigers, a couple bears, maybe I'd give it a higher rating. This ramp looks really ridiculous, but at the same time it serves its purpose, so there you go. Okay, looks like some of the high density commercial is coming back in. Hopefully the industrial trucks and stuff will come down this off-ramp and not clog up the entire roundabout system. That would be really nice. It would make my day if that actually happened, but I don't know. It's yet to be seen. Okay. Look at this place. It is so amazing. We're also, by the way, at 98,000 people. I mean, I don't even understand how 98,000 people have, how we don't have worse traffic problems with 98,000 people, because that is a lot of people, and we built ridiculous roads. Let's just look at the traffic really quickly. See where the hot spots are, outside of the ones we know about, which is just here. Okay, we got hot spots in Jolly City Central, Bat Town. Wittsville is apparently a mess. I didn't know. Oh, Lord. But the suburbs are nice. That's good. The suburbs don't have massive traffic. There's at least one place of solace in the entire city. Let's go into Wittsville. Oh, my goodness. It is bumper-to-bumper traffic. It's flowing. It's definitely flowing a bit. So it's not like that typical, you could say like the image of a typical like third world country city where, you know, the one where you see the streets and they're just completely filled with cars and the cars aren't going anywhere. People are just walking around the cars, looking into the cars like, Why do you guys have cars? You're in your car, you aren't even moving anywhere. Nobody's moving anywhere. Nothing's happening. And, I mean, it's not gotten to that point yet. But it could, at any moment, get to that point. And if it did get to that point, we would be in a serious, serious issue. Look at this crowd of people. Wonder what they're doing. I see what they're doing. They're clogging up the roundabout by walking across this stinking crosswalk. Don't walk across the crosswalk. I know. That garbage truck. Oh my goodness. Those two people just phased through the garbage truck. That is beyond my understanding. Apparently Lil Transylvania and the vampires of Lil Transylvania have far more powers than I ever imagined. I thought maybe they could turn into bats and were a bit strong. Maybe that would be it. But apparently, it's far worse than that. They can phase through stinking buildings. Okay, we got a small health problem down here. Probably caused by the incinerator, I have to admit. So instead of moving the incinerator out, which would totally fix the problem, would be very nice, we're going to put a clinic here. And it's going to be fine. Everyone's going to be happy, I swear. Come on, do you want me to build another clinic? I can do it. You think I can't? You think I won't? But I will. There we go, I got another clinic. Look, I've got way too much money. If you're not going to be healthy, I will build another clinic. No, they're not going to be healthy. How about this? I think we actually have to get rid of this incinerator, quite frankly. I think it's the only way we're actually going to fix the problem. Where can we put it? Do we even want to put it anywhere? Well, if we take it out, we have bad coverage down here. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. So we are going to take it out. We're going to pause the game. And we're going to take it out. And we're going to have a road come off of here and go across the highway down into another section that can be a small service section for Lil Transylvania. Watch this. It's going to go up like this. It's going to go over the highway system, right across. It's going to go right down in here. And we're going to have just a couple services along here, like the incinerator, so that the incinerator doesn't terribly pollute the area around it. That would be brilliant. Wouldn't it be nice? I mean, the incinerator can also pretty much run itself in terms of power, so we don't need to string any power lines out here. We just need to do a bit of water, and it'll be fine. That's nice, and we'll keep the clinic there. These people will be happy. It'll be all good. Very nice. Solid. We fixed another problem here. It's all in a day's work, people. All in a day's work. We can even be really clever. Watch this. You'd think, oh, a U-turn's good enough. U-turn's not good enough around here. We need to do slightly better. And what we're going to do is put in a roundabout. You're like, this is a complete waste of resources. And I'm like, it's totally a complete waste of resources. What? Did you think it wasn't a complete waste of resources? Did I ever imply that it wasn't a complete waste of resources? No, not once. There we go. That is a total waste of resources. So now, the trash trucks that come down here and have to keep going around here, they can just take this roundabout all the way around, come over here, no U-turn required. It's going to be so easy for the people driving the garbage truck. It's going to be beyond their imaginations. It's going to be great. And this shall, of course, be the standalone incinerator of might, which luckily fits. The standalone incinerator of might shall sit on its own in this tiny little section right across the river from Filth Corner, which still exists. Filth Corner is still a thing, still as filthy as ever. There is apparently one actually not terribly unswanky office right here. Apparently it has one educated person. One highly educated person. How nice. Wow. Yeah, and they run the entirety of Phil's Corner. And all of the incinerators. Even the standalone incinerator of Might, even though it is standalone, it does get instructions from the office of Phil's Corner. Can I name the office of Phil's Corner? Can I do that? Can I go in and name individual buildings? That seems a bit excessive, but let me see. Oh, I can. The offices. Nope. Even better. Filthy cubicles. There we go. This is the Filthy Cubicles building. Filled with nothing but the most filthy educated people you could possibly imagine. Just two people. Just two people run the entire thing. And they, of course, orchestrate where the filth of the city should go at any time. If the filth needs to be moved from Bat Town to Lil Transylvania, the people talk to, of course, Filthy Cubicles, and they move it all around the city. It's been a 5-generation business at this point. It's been around since long before Vinralandia ever existed. It was actually in a little Quonset hut before we showed up, and then we decided that they needed something better than a Kwanzaa hut, and we did this. Look at this! Okay. Looking at the traffic here, it looks like the traffic is flowing a bit better. It's gonna take a while to work out this backup, but I think, yeah, we've actually fixed the backup pretty well. That makes me happy. I think it's a matter of time before we completely work it through and we get just a small line of cars here, if any, really. And that, to me, is brilliant. Now, are people using this underpass? This amazing underground road of doom? Oh, yes they are. Look at him. He's driving it. Do we have a truck coming? Like that truck? No, you're just going out of the city? I see how it is. You want to leave the city. You can do that if you want to, but I'll have you know, Vinralandia is one of the best places to live that can be seen from Vinralandia. That is the truth. And, I mean, if you look around Vinralandia, you just look out. I need to go into cinematic view to do this. To cinematic view! There we go. I mean, if you look around Vinralandia, not into the sky. Let me direct this downwards. If you look around Vinralandia, there are just so many places around Vinralandia that aren't Vinralandia that you could totally live. Like, I mean, you could consider living on top of that hill. Maybe in this little forest out here, you could build yourself a little hut. Maybe a little lean-to. Just chill out with a little fire and roast up some rabbit that you caught. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? I mean, there's so many other options outside of Vinralandia for people to live in within sight of Vinralandia. I have to say, it's an amazing, amazing compliment to the city that we would be the best. It is beyond my comprehension, really. Well, I think we need to get back to work. Traffic is actually working out nicely. Pretty much through the creation of just a million choices of where the people can go, we have pretty much fixed the issues of the city so far. It's not pretty, it's not efficient either, but it's done the job so far. And really, I have to say, I'm happy with it. I'm sure you're happy with it. Who really wouldn't be happy with this situation outside of Chunksland, which apparently has lots more buildings that aren't abandoned than before, but still tons of traffic. I think we can actually help Chunksland a bit by doing this. What we're going to do is build, and I've just realized that my plan is terribly inefficient, but me being me, I'm going to go with it anyway, because I love the level of inefficiency that's going to go on here. It's going to be amazing, believe me. Okay. I'm going to put this here. This will be the roundabout. This roundabout will allow people in trucks from here to get over to here. And they'll get on the roundabout, and it'll allow for easier flow of traffic as they go, boom, as they go from here over to, of course, should we have it be an on-off ramp? I think it should be an on-off ramp. We're going to have an on-off ramp come out here and lead into here. We're also going to have an on-off ramp come off here and go into this roundabout. Boom, and we've got it. That is my brilliant solution to the entire issue. Play. So it's two roundabouts linked up to each other by these two roads. Terribly inefficient. We could have just sent it all onto this roundabout. Cuts out the intersection that I think was causing a lot of trouble in Chunksland, and really saves the day. That's it. We fixed it. It's nice. Just probably added tons of traffic to the highways, which is a small problem. But it's okay. We're going to work through Chunksland traffic, and it's going to be brilliant. Well, with that, we come to the end of our episode. We fixed things today, guys. It's amazing. The Lil Transylvanian traffic, although we didn't do anything today, we did it last episode. It is all fixed up. It's very nice. Now, the Plant Herder's Den should be nicely fixed up as well, and Chunksland got a renovation. We fixed the health down in Lil Transylvania's, the end of the sock down in the toe area. And yeah, everything was really nice today. Just the traffic that was really terrible for the entire time. It's been terrible for like 12 years in the city. Anyway. So yeah. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. Next time we're going to continue to expand. We've got like 2,000, 3,000 more people before we hit the 100,000 mark. The grand end of Vinnerlandia, where we shall say goodbye to the amazing districts, most likely say goodbye to the amazing districts. It'll be a sad day for sure. But until that day, thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.